Morning, everybody. Woodsman's Field Day is going on. They got a parade at noon, so we're going to take a ride up there. It's a little windy, but we're going to tough it out. Ride along. Well, little windy was an understatement. I checked the ATIS and it said 15 gusts to 28. And of course, it was quartering across the runway, so I just did a max performance takeoff and took it right up over the top of the trees there to make sure we didn't get blowed off into the buckbrush there. But up across the wilderness, and here we are heading down into Boonville. That's the high school right there on the left side of the Cowlin, and of course the Fairgrounds just the other side of it there. And they had a banner attendance going on. You can see all the cars parked under the airplane, parked out behind the school. We had some rain yesterday, and it muddied stuff up, but kept the people coming just the same. You can see the infield is all full of machines, and they got machines out the other side there. You can see the parade going up Main Street right now on the left side of the frame. And I just kept circling around, and that's what you have to do when you can't stop. You have to keep circling around. And but they had a massive parade this year. It went from where they staged it all the way back into the gate where they were just pulling in there. And we just, like I said, you see all the campers and all the parking across the street. And of course, this is the village of Boonville. And you got the old Ethan Allen factory. The nursing home just went out of the frame. And we're heading back toward the Fairgrounds from Route 12 again. And you can see they're just turning the end of the parade out onto the street. And you can see it going up. They go up into the town square there, and they make a left and then a right and go up 274 up to the gate where they let the folks in the parade in and out onto the track, and then around in front of the grandstand. And we'll get you a look at that here in just a little bit. But you can see how slow I'm going here. That's not slow motion. That's the wind blowing right on the nose of the airplane. I had it throttled back, and I was traveling probably 60 miles an hour with the airplane, but I was only making about 45 across the ground. And of course, you can see they're just coming onto the Fairgrounds there. And we circle around. You can see the big tractor trailer load of lumber just pulling off the street onto the Fairgrounds, and you've got the Boonville police car and the sheriff and state police leading the parade, and they're on the track on the Fairgrounds now, and you can see it's a little bit wet there. Still got water laying on the track from the rain yesterday. We didn't get any rain today, but oh my God, how the wind blew. But you can see it's very well attended. I mean, there's people everywhere. And of course, I circled around the caps display. My son Matt was there working, and they were out waving, so I had to waggle the wings at them to wave back. But had the parking behind the school, and that's a convenient place to park out there. The Adirondack Warriors field there. And again, we're just giving you another look at the Fairgrounds here. And off to the side, get you a shot out the side window. And there was cars parked everywhere. It was quite an affair this year. And you can see the police cars right there in front of the grandstand right now. So, but here we are. We're coming up on 274, and they got a banner parade this year. We've escaped from COVID, and things are relatively back to normal. But up through the main drag there, and of course turning onto the infield, and you can see that tractor trailer load of lumber that was just turning in has made his way through there. And of course we're coming through with the color guard, the honor guard, and what have you, marching right along there. And of course then they have parking for them, or they shoo them out the other gate. Now I'm headed back home, and I just left this in so you can see how fast the wind is blowing those clouds across the ground. That gives you a good idea of how hard the wind was blowing. And you'll notice it's blowing nearly straight across the runway. And, of course, that makes landing challenging when you've got the wind blowing that hard and when it's blowing straight across the runway. But BushCat handles it good. It's rated at 32 miles an hour for a straight crosswind. So we had probably 15 with some gusts today, so I just kept it high and kept it fast, and we wanted to land on that little flat spot. We carried her down a little bit farther there to get it on the runway, and I held it off just a little bit, and then I let it full stall on and then dumped the flaps off so it stayed on the ground for me once I got it down. But look at how short the airplane lands here. I mean, we come way down the runway, and we're turning around before we usually do anyway. I hope you enjoyed the parade in Boonville.